Good evening, guys. This is a little video to talk about lifting aids, stuff like lifting straps, wrist straps and knee sleeves, that sort of thing. There's some tips of how I feel you should and shouldn't use them and when's the right time for you to start using them. Some people in the gym will use them too much when they're not needed, and some want to start using them but don't know when they should use them. So if this guys give you a bit of advice and like help out and to make your decision. So first and foremost, what I say to you guys is use them, but use them correctly. Don't go into the gym as soon as you get there, put your belt on, put your wraps on, do some hammer curls or some tricep pull downs. There's no point. They're not going to help you at all. You know, I'm a believer in training your grip strength, allowing your tendons and your ligaments to get stronger naturally without having to use this sort of stuff. But again, when you find yourself struggling, the great things to help you lift with. Only two things that will give you advantage in lifting, that is your lifting straps and your knee wraps. That's because they're designed to increase your ability to lift weights. The straps here are designed to take the pressure off your grip so you can deadlift more and pull down more and whatnot. And the way that the knee wraps are designed, they're designed that they store the energy when you come down from a squat in the back of your knees to have you push up after you've done a squat. So they're the only two main things that will help you increase the weight at lifting, like that. Everything else just for main support and injury prevention. So we'll go through bits of kit that I've got and I'll tell you how I use them so you can sort of take it, things away from for yourself, like and whatnot. So I'll start off with lifting straps. They're great for deadlifts. I use these for deadlifts and I use them for back days a lot for like rows and pull downs. Mainly, if you guys train heavy, you know that when you're doing deadlifts like that, your grip goes straight away. You know, doing heavy deadlifts, after a few sets of pull downs like that, you can't grip the bars anymore. So this is a great thing. Get them on the bars, just to help you a little bit. Like I said before, train your grip strength first so you ain't got to rely on them. But still, the aids, that's what they're there for. So, most straps come in like this, yeah? Obviously, apart from the figure eight straps, which come in two hoops, you put your arms around them, that's fine. These ones, what you can do is get your strap, a little hoop here. We get the bottom of the wrap and put it in the bottom of the logo bit. So, look somewhat like this. So it's come round and underneath the logo. Now again, on your wrist, and I tighten them onto your wrist first. How you want to do it is, so it comes across, so the hoop's there, it's come across the back of your wrist around there, it's come forward, up through, across your thumb. And that way then you can wrap them around the bar. When you've got, like say, got around the bar like that, yeah, in your hand like that, I say do like a motorbike and just do that bit, it will tighten up even more, so you've got more grip on the bar. Great for deadlifts, great for pull downs and whatnot. But again, I tend to use these when I'm deadlifting. It's about 160 kilo, 170 kilo, like that. I want to try and get my strength in my arms naturally to help me out. When that starts to fail, then get the straps on. Next up, we'll go for the wrist wraps. I do suffer from pains in wrist from boxing, like I used to box for a few years, like that, and sometimes I'll get a pain just here and this wrist here, the same here as well. So I overuse these, but I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not using them as much. I've got two tops that I use. For light lifting, got these ones here, quite small, very stretchy. So an example of these would be when I do log pressing. I log press with the plain log, it's 18 kilo. Just get myself nice and warm, no straps, nothing all on me. Then I get to about 40 kilo in plate weight. Again, it depends on how I feel. I might put the straps on then. It's very rare that I do that. It won't be until I get to about 60 kilo. Then I'll get my belt on. Get these on. And how these work is, little hoop here on your thumb. Simply wrap around like that. Keep it nice and tight. Keep wrapping it round. It's on. As you can see this on here, guys, and that, yeah, it does give a lot of flexibility. but it's better than nothing really liking it. I mean, and we've got them sort of lower weights, like 60 kilo and whatnot. You know, it's not too bad. Offers adequate amount of support at that sort of rate, because if you're lifting that sort of weight, you should naturally have the ability to hold onto the bar and keep your wrists straight anyway. It's only when you get to the heavier weights when it's starting to start shaking your wrist like and whatnot. So again, I'll wear that 60 kilo, 70 kilo, up to about 80 kilo, 85. All depends on how I'm feeling. Anything above that, I'll get our SPD straps, which are these ones. As you can see, they're very long and not as stretchy either, like that. They're very stiff. The hoop there as well. Now, I don't use the hoop on my thumb. I find it uncomfortable, so put it in my palm, go around once, just tuck it inside there, going around, keep it nice and tight in your wrist, tighten it off. There you are. As you can see, it's quite thicker, there's not much movement, which helps a lot. So again, do wraps, 85 kilo maximum. After that, I'll get these on, because that's my wrists are starting to get, you know, need more support, the weights heavier you like and whatnot, you know. I'll get them on to help support my wrists. Again, same with like chest pressing like that. I'll try to avoid them for chest pressing, just because as overall my benching is quite weak, so the whole point of the bench for me and that is to strengthen every part of it. So my wrists, my forearms, all that sort of stuff like that I want to strengthen without using the aids. Again, they're great for supporting your wrist like that. They do help prevent injury. Obviously, you can tell the range of movement of your wrist like that is quite bad. So if you put 85 kilo, 90 kilo on your wrist like that and you're bending that way, it can cause a lot of damage to your wrist. So great for injury prevention and great support. But again, guys, take time to develop the natural strength of your tendons and your ligaments. What I also do is have elbow straps. I've actually got them here, sorry. I haven't got them with me my elbow sleeves like that. But elbow sleeves, again, depends on what type you get. I've got like elastic ones, so they add a little bit more of an aid to lifting weights like that. Not loads, probably 2 or 3 kilo. But you do feel a difference when you haven't got them on. But the main reason for elbow sleeves, same as your knee sleeves, is to keep the area warm. You know, when you got warm joints like that, you got your synovial fluid that's nice and warm around your joint, allowing that flexibility of movement. What you don't want is to have a cold elbow or a knee when doing heavy pressing or heavy squatting, because you're just going to cause a lot of damage to your knees and your joints. That's why you wear your elbow sleeves and your knee sleeves. They don't offer too much in the way of aiding. Obviously, like I said, this sort of material, which is not so stretchy, it's more like insulin to keep you nice and warm. The elbow sleeves that I've got a bit more stretchy, like, and actually offer a little tiny bit more advantage, not loads though. But the main thing about that is, obviously, like I said, injury prevention. On the other side, you've got knee wraps. Now these are designed to give you an advantage in lifting. However, they don't prevent injury. They make injury risk higher. Mainly because they're designed to be like elastic bands. As you can see, they're very stretchy. They go around your knees. And because the way you have them so tight around your knees, it puts pressure on the kneecaps and the bone in your knee. Obviously, that will dig into your tendons like that and cause damage over time. That's why you shouldn't use wraps for training in. What I mean by that is, when you're doing a lower weight for higher reps, don't use your knee wraps, use your sleeves. I'll use my sleeves after I'll use like 100 kilo, then I put the belt on, whatnot. But after about, say, 120, 130 kilo, I'll get the sleeves on. Again, just all because I want to just develop the strength of my tendons, really. But yeah, so sleeves. There's thousands of ways you can put these on your leg, and I think it's just down to your preference. Like, I've seen loads of videos on YouTube about how to put these on. I made a video showing how I do it, just so you guys can have a little tips like that. But I think it's down to how you personally are more comfortable with the wraps. I tend to start from the top of my knee, go down to the bottom of my knee, and then back up across the bottom of my thigh, then tuck it inside. again, they are designed to give you an advantage. So when you get them on, you squat, so you're up like that, you're coming down like that, yeah. And when you get to a certain point, these will compress and keep the tension in the back of your knee. Again, this is where the injury is caused as well, because it pushes against the back of your knee. And how it works is, when you come back up like that, gives you a bit more of a push. You know, I think I've added 10 kilos to my squat by using these. But again, I only use these for heavy singles and competitions like that. When I was doing my training for my 200 kilo squat, I used these to get up to 180 kilo on singles. And for 3 weeks I've been training 180 kilo for doubles with these on. Only after I've done that for a few weeks and that, when I attempt to do it again, I put this on for the 200 kilo. So yeah, like I said guys, it's down to, you want to use that sort of stuff when you're starting to struggle. Try and develop your natural strength in your forearms for your grip strength, and your tendons like that. Obviously if you've got major injuries, I see why people will use them straight away. But again, you know, look at guys like, you know, Brian Shaw and Eddie all like that. They've all had big injuries like that, but they've developed themselves without using that sort of stuff to come back stronger. You know, it ain't no good if you say spraying the wrist so that twisting it like that, go straight away into the gym like that, using stuff straight away, because you're never going to like overcome the injury and naturally allow the body to repair itself and get stronger. The only thing that I would use more than what I should use is my lifting belt. That's because about 4 or 5 years ago, I had a major injury in my lower back. I was doing deadlifts, I was pulled the muscle in my lower back like that, and since then it's just like a psychological thing where I want to use it. The past few months like that, I've gone away from using it too much, because the things about like that is great support, but it takes away your natural core strength. Obviously you can do like, you know, core exercise like that, but naturally you want to develop your core strength. So things like overhead pressing, squatting, deadlifts, they develop your core strength. So if you've got a belt on, you won't be as best to develop it that way. So I tend to just not have the belt on for as long as I can, really, until immensely I feel comfortable. You know, deadlifts, I'll have the belt off till I get to about 130, 140 kilo, then put the belt on. Overhead pressing, I tend to go quite early that, but it's only because when you're doing like stuff like axle press and your log press, your back's bending quite a lot. So it's just it's like a psychological thing where I want to get that support on. You know, like I said guys, yeah, use lifting aids, but only do it when you develop that natural strength in you. Don't be one of them guys who go straight to the gym like that. You're wearing your wraps all session. All you've done is some arm curls and some squats. You know, I'll use them for squats mainly because the bars like that, it will bend on your wrist like that. But again, same way as like a really heavy squat, like I said, 180 kilo like that. If you think you got that much on the bar going against your wrist like that, it's good to have a bit of support. But you know, some guys that will put them on and they're squatting 50 kilo. It ain't needed like that. Let your body develop naturally. That's the point I'm trying to get across, guys. And that don't be one of the guys that are going to the gym, belts on, straps are on, and they're not doing anything with it like that. You know, doing cardio or whatnot. You know what I mean? Just don't be one of them guys. Let your body develop like whatnot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys got some tips in that on how when you should or shouldn't use your lifting aids. Oh, another thing I wanted to point across here is chalk. You don't see it that much in commercial gyms, people using it, but people think you put chalk on your hands like that, it's like glue in the bar. That's not how it works. Chalk aids your grip slightly, but it's mainly for sweaty hands. So obviously when you're lifting weights like that, you get like sweaty palms like that, it's hard to grip onto the bar. All it does is it just soaks up the sweat like that and allowing you to have a bit of a better grip. The same with tacky as well in lifting stones. Tacky obviously allows your arms to stick to the stone. Like I said guys, don't use them all the time like that. Let your body develop that natural strength itself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. Any questions, message me, follow me on Instagram, and like and subscribe. Cheers.